Hello friends, as I previous video I was talking about point of parity and point of difference. I was just mentioning about let me recap whatever I was discussing. Point of difference, you have to focus on three major aspects, that is desirable, deliverable and sustainable. Every company who is entering any market should build up their point of difference compared to their competitors. It should be desirable from the customer's point of view. It should be deliverable from the company's point of view. That is their own point of view. It should be sustainable from the competitor's point of view. If they achieve these three things, they have built up a very strong point of difference. So these two aspects they have to properly assess on a continuous basis if they are building up a strong brand positioning. Now, I am through with the brand positioning concept very thoroughly, friends, and I'm sure that you are very clear. And kindly please do subscribe my channel and my concepts and my theory sessions. Let me switch over to another very important topic of discussion of brand positioning and brand retail brand discussion on which is being proposed by Kevin Keeler, that is consumer-based brand equity. Let me rub this off and then discuss about what you mean by this consumer-based brand equity and what is being discussed by this particular framework and what is there in this particular framework and why this framework has been discussed by Kevin Keeler. Kevin Keeler in around 1990s has proposed a very important concept of CBBE, consumer-based brand equity. He proposes that every company in whichever industry, in whichever part of the globe, has to go from one stage to another stage in their life of branding. Always from one stage of brand awareness to another stage of brand imagery of association, and they always go from another one stage, and because they goes from various stages, they normally goes through various stages. Because of that, they normally use various types of brand promotional campaigns which have been used for different purposes, and because of that he designed this particular framework, and he proposes that this framework can be used by brand practitioners to identify and to understand exactly where these brands stands in that framework. So we're going to understand exactly where your brand stand in that framework. So I'm going to draw this particular framework to make you understand this framework for your help. Okay friends, let me build this framework for you. He said that every brand has to build their brand knowledge. To build their brand knowledge, every brand has to go through stages. First stage is brand awareness. Brand awareness, he mentioned that brand awareness cannot be captured easily. It always goes through various stages. The first stage is brand recall, brand recognition, brand recognition. And second stage is brand recall. That's what he said, that every brand should be first identified, that it should be first be recognized by every particular customer which is being targeted in the market. Who recognizes your brand? The target market, the target customers. Once that is being recognized, then they must recall your brand. It has been said that every brand which is being recalled, it is always have been recognized. But with a brand which is having a recognition may or may not be having a recall. So recognition is a prerequisite for recall. But the brand which is having a recognition may not necessarily be having a recall also. But recall is also having a two stages: added recall and unadded recall. Added recall, where you give them clues, opinions and ideas so that they can able to recall or recollect exactly what has been discussed in the ad campaign or a promotion of an ad a few weeks back when you run that. Unaided recall is a top of the mind awareness. That is where you run various stages. So he proposes that every particular brand, to build up brand awareness, you have to go to the stage of brand recognition and brand recall. So these are the two particular aspects you normally capture when you want to capture brand awareness. Then he proposes that once you capture brand awareness, the next stage you normally goes to is brand imagery. Brand image. To build up brand image, one important thing is you have to build up a very important aspect here, to build up a strong brand associations. He mentioned that there are various types by which you can build up brand associations. To build up strong brand associations, he defined that there are various types by which you can build up strong brand association. There are three ways by which you can build up strong brand association. One is attribute based brand associations. Second is benefit based brand association. Third is attitude based brand associations. These are three major levels of brand association which he has mentioned. That he said that your brand association should be strong, unique and favorable. If your brand associations are strong, unique and favorable, they become unparalleled compared to your competitors. So if you want to build up a strong, unique, favorable, there are three ways by which you can do that. Either you should focus on attribute based brand association, or else you can build up brand benefit based or attribute based. So you have to focus on what basis you want to build. Every particular brand in their life cycle goes in this manner. In the life cycle stage, based on what stage of your life cycle they goes in this cycle. So if I recap, every brand normally goes to this way. And when they enter to any market, they first build up brand awareness, and the second stage they build up, and they normally goes and they build up brand imagery. And in the brand imagery, they first build up attitude, benefit and attitude, and that is how they normally cross the level of from various stages to another stages of associations. That is how the brand knowledge, brand association they normally build up. Yet friends, if I go further deep, there are various levels by which you normally goes into building a strong brand association also. I am stopping this particular session, friends, and I am going to further new session. I am going to further deepen in discussing further various types of associations, of attribute based associations, benefit based associations, how they actually also their types of association they are. I will talk about them and how they normally different from each other. I will talk about them also, and then I will switch over to another important dimension which he has proposed, that is Kevin Keeler has proposed. Kevin Keeler has proposed in his proposal of CPB. I will talk about that as well in next session. That is, he discussed about resonance pyramid after this. Thank you very much.